homestead once more. We're getting ready for our chicks who are going to hatch pretty soon, so we're making a brooder. We had one before, but it was old and we got rid of it. So basically, all we're using is just one of these Tupperware totes that we got from Walmart. We already went out, me and Anthony, and we cut off the top. This should be like this, and we cut off the top like that. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to put a piece of grate on top here. We're going to zip tie it all, make sure all the edges are smooth and clean. And we're going to take our heat lamp and we're going to put it inside. To begin with, we're going to bring it down about halfway in, so the heat lamp is close enough to keep them warm for maybe the first 3 or 4 days. Then we'll start bringing it up as they get older, because they're going to start jumping around. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do this. This is easy to make. You can make this at home. Basically, costs almost nothing. You can get the tote at Walmart for, I think it's like $5, $6. This is old chicken wire that we already had here. We're just going to reuse. We went and got the zip ties at the dollar store. We got 2 packages for $1.50. I don't know why they call it the dollar store anymore. I don't think it's really a dollar. We got some electrical tape, but I don't think we're going to need it. But this is what it is. It's just a no light, because I didn't have any more heat lamp straight bought from the feed store. I have one that they're outside right now. They're keeping my quails warm outside because we're in Canada and it's really cold right now. It's minus 30 with the wind chill, so I'm not sure what it is in Fahrenheit. Maybe minus 10, minus 15. I'm not sure. So what we're going to do again is we're going to do this. We're going to end up putting the chicken wire on top, and then we're going to zip tie it. Make sure there's no sharp edges. The birds are going to get hurt, but really they shouldn't be, because their sharp edges are going to be on top, not at the bottom. We're going to feed our heat lamp through, and then we're going to put some. I got some cedar shavings. We're going to put some cedar shavings in the bottom. We're going to put it in the water, and we're going to put in the feed. Now it's very important when you put in the water, you put in a shallow dish, and you put in some pebbles in there, some rocks or marbles is good, just so the birds can't go in there and drown. They can still drink, but they can't go and drown themselves in there. The feed, when I'm going to feed them, is what we usually feed them. I'm going to take some of my turkey starter and just crumble up the pellets a little bit so they can go at it a little easier. And that's about it. So we're going to go ahead, me and Anthony, we're going to assemble it all. Maybe halfway through I'll stop and show you what the process. I just don't want to film while we're doing all this. It'll take too long and it'll make it too long a video. So we're going to start going at it, and then we'll come back and update you again. We went ahead, like I said, and we put the grate on. I tie wrapped it all around. We put some tape on top. Here, Anthony, if you can move closer to show it from the top. We put some tape on top here because the chicken wire, we cut it close as we can, but it sticks up and you don't want to get your hands stuck in there. Everybody knows who played with chicken wire before. It's not fun. And then we went and put our heat lamp through, just to show you what it looks like inside. So the heat lamp is all the way through, and that's how it's going to be till for now. And then later on, once we start getting ready to get the temperature less warm. I have a stand that we're going to put on top, and we're just going to raise the heat lamp higher and higher and higher till they're ready to stop having the heat lamp altogether. Now what we're going to do, we're going to shut this off. We're going to finish it up, clean all the inside, vacuum it out, make sure there's no little piece of metal or plastic in there for the birds to eat. And we're going to put some wood shavings in there. We're going to put the water dish and the feed dish in there, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And then after that, we just got I'm going to leave it on. We're going to put a thermometer in the corner, make sure we monitor our temperature, and leave it on, make sure it's warm for the birds start hatching and ready to transfer over to the brooder. This box will already be warm and ready for them. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, we'll come back to the final part. We went and put some shavings inside. We got the water dish ready with the rocks in it, and we got the food dish ready. Uh, I put these. That's the piece of plastic I had kept from the top, and I kept these. I cut it in half, and these are my. I call them my regulators. Right now I got them on top, so this can warm up to the temperature I want. Right now it's at 90 degrees, and I want to keep it rising, so about 96, 98, and I'll be happy with that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep the chicks at this temperature for at least 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, then we're going to raise the temperature to from about 5 degrees, and we keep rising for the next three weeks. We're going to keep rising until we reach the temperature outside. But for this case, because they're inside, there's going to be the inside temperature. Now the dilemma I have is I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm building a grow out cage right now. I'm probably going to have to keep them inside for now till it warms up. I don't want to put them outside too quick. It's because I don't have any room in the heated pen outside, unless I built another heated pen, and then we'll put them in there. Now you got to remember that it's important for to keep the chicks at the right temperature, and also not to take them out of the incubator until they're fully dry. You'll see. We'll make a video once they're hatched. They start hatching. You'll see when the chick hatch. Just like any other babies, it's all wet. And once the incubator I have, it just circulates air. It's gonna dry them out. Once they're dry, they become all fluffy and dry. Then we can take them out and put them in here. You don't want to at this point, you don't want to make the little, just a little mistake that's going to jeopardize the life of the chick, because this is where all the work begins. It's easy to take an egg, put it in the incubator. You're taking a 50-50 chance. You don't know. We've checked our eggs. We know they're fertilized, but we didn't crack every single of them out of them to check, make sure they're all fertile, I should say. All their eggs are fertile, but you don't know if they're all fertilized until you candle them. So it's easy to put the eggs in there, and then it's easy. Just if they don't hatch, they don't hatch. Then it's no big deal. You start over. But once you have your chicks, they're hatched. You want to keep them. You want to be careful. So again, do not take them out of the incubator till they're fully dry. And then once they're there, you put them in here. And then, like I said, you got to make sure you don't just change the temperature too drastically, because they will die on you. So you start 2 weeks at 98 degrees, and then raise up the temperature a little bit. You'll see it's which climate you're in, or which temperature you have them in. You want to build it up to the actual temperature it's going to be once you take them out of here. And to do that, what we do is we just keep raising the heat lamp. I think that's about it for now. I'm going to show you inside what I mean about putting all the shavings and stuff like that. Anthony, if you can come over. You see, we got the wood shavings. I got my thermometer, and then in this corner I got the food dish, and then in the other corner I've got the water dish. So they start hatching, I'm gonna, and that's another thing. It's important. Start your brooder box at least a day before they're supposed to hatch. You want this brooder box at its right temperature, ready for when they start hatching. So you don't want to start warming this up once they're ready to go in here, because the temperature ain't going to be right for them. It's got to be at the right temperature for them to be transferred into here. So I'm going to keep my eye on this, and I'm going to keep my eye on the incubator. Once they start hatching, I will do another video, and I will show you. Now, I'd love to do videos every day, but I can't. I'm having some health issues, and some days it's not too good. I can hardly speak. So that's why I do videos when I think I can, even though if you notice I have a hard time sometimes. I have to search for my words and search for the stuff in my head. But as long as I'm able, this is my passion. This is what keeps me going right now. So as long as I'm able, I will keep doing them. So until the next video, don't forget to subscribe and press the like button.